Creates smiles that fit your face, your personality, and your natural appearance. And if you're tired of those loose dentures and messy adhesives, today's fixed implant supported smiles provide a secure, beautiful solution that looks, feels, and functions like natural teeth. Ask about our smile upgrade opportunity. Full arch fixed implant smiles start at just $11,999 with some of the most affordable implant pricing in Utah. Your smile should be remembered, not your denture. Grandpa's Family Dental. Our business is dentistry. Our legacy is you. Call 801-449-0930 or visit grandpasdental.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to cars4kids.org. That's cars with a K.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
Crews still working on the Pleasant Grove crash on I-15 at Pleasant Grove Boulevard. You'll see these vehicles out of traffic on the northbound side. Hasn't caused any kind of delay. And we do have an accident being cleared downtown at 3rd West, 1800 South. UDOT construction alert. Eastbound I-84 through Weber Canyon will close Saturday, June 14th at 9:30 a.m. until 4 a.m. on Sunday while crews place bridge beams. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs in the mid-80s this weekend with clear sunny skies. Next week, we could see highs in the 90s starting on Tuesday. Right now, it is 79 and sunny. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. And I want to mention a couple of things. Number one.
For Juning in? Is that what you do in June? Is that what you do in June?
You June in June.
I love it.
So well done, everybody. A couple things I want to mention. Actually,
yes.
Just one.
Yeah.
This is Friday, so a little later on in the show, we're going to do some first world problems. So if you've got a first world problem you'd like to share, maybe you heard about one, maybe you experienced one, send us a text at 57500.
Did you hear?
We'd love to hear about that.
So I told you mine from today was my kid's first world problem, which was too many pool invites. Too many pool party invites.
Poor babies.
Right. Well, not just that. They had to shelf their Cherry Hill passes for the day.
Oh.
They go, I can't go to Cherry Hill for the 58th
Summer's
time already.
Ruined.
No. Don't you dare think that it's not, because later on tonight I will be told how bored they are.
Yeah.
I will be told how bored my kids are. I'm bored.
All right.
So boring.
First world problems, 57500. That's coming up a little later in the show. In the meantime, though, we've got to talk about just some movies, just terrible, terrible movies.
You'll never get that time back. Or the $50 you spent on theater popcorn. It's time for movies that stink.
All right, we've got Andy Farnsworth, KSL Movie Show. Andy, you ready to talk about some movies that stink?
I thought you were.
Yes, but I feel bad sometimes bagging on these movies because I don't like to be the buzzkill usually. I'm a positive guy in general.
I know. We let you have all that time on the movie show to be a nice guy. Now just distill it down for us and just be like, look, save your dollars, man. I don't know. I mean, like, here's the thing is Andy and Ethan and I are all kind of in that same, sort of space, right, of age, right? And so...
Right, yeah, roughly.
So all those same things kind of speak to us when it comes to, some of the things we do and don't like. I did hear a term I didn't like that I heard Val use on a violent movie. Was it slushy blood? I was like, well, that's a descriptor. But you know what? It keeps me off of a movie I don't want to see because I like movies, but the blood sometimes is just too much for me.
But don't you like super awesome martial arts movies?
I'm an action guy for sure, but they have to involve Tom Cruise typically for me to really. I have to. That's
Tom Cruise is the best.
We didn't get to even freaking talk about it, Andy.
Maverick
or Top Gun 3. That's a thing in the works right now, right?
Yes.
It's officially in the works.
They're working on it. They're moving it ahead.
Did you hear this?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They are going to bring Tom Cruise back.
I actually submitted a script.
Sure.
So here's what it is. Tom Cruise has a son. And he teaches his son how to fly jets.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at some point, Tom Cruise is out on a top secret mission and gets captured by an enemy country.
Sure.
And so his son, back at the base, brings together like a group of other kind of misfit teens who like don't fit in at school, but they're really into the military. And then he gets like some rule-breaking members on the base, to kind of help him out. And they they find another pilot, a retired pilot, and then they go and rescue him.
Yeah, and then they'll play We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister.
See, here's the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, in Maverick, Andy, wasn't like it just a generic bad guy country, too? They weren't showing
it was Kyrgyzstan or something
it's like somewhere
that,
in the world, and you don't know where. It's like Tom Cruise is too famous everywhere. He's like, I can't offend my...
We know where it was, though.
Where was it?
We already know where it was because they had old F-14s. There was one country that had old F-14s in their Air Force.
Yeah.
Up until just this year.
Who was it?
It was Iran.
Romania. Oh, it was Iran. Oh, and it was like snowy. There were like snowy, kind of on the outskirts of Tehran. You can find those nice snowy mountains. But I will say, Andy, those are things for us to get excited about in the future. We did have a discussion.
By the way, just so that if I didn't make it clear, Ethan was describing the plot of Iron Eagle from the 1980s movie. I just want to make sure if somebody missed that.
Is Lou Gossett Jr. Still with us?
How dare you guys?
No, he's not. Who is the poor man's Tom Cruise in the Iron Eagle movies? Which, by the way, we're Keary family.
It's a teenage kid.
Yeah, generic teenage kid.
And he listens to rock music, and when he doesn't, he can't hit his targets.
Right, but he's also really good at video games, or is that kind of how the...
I think you're thinking of the one in space.
I
forgot the name.
War Games? No.
No.
I'm getting it all mixed up.
Can't believe I can't think of the name right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, sorry.
All right, no, we had a discussion in my house, and my wife was like, hey... They're doing an event. Her company's doing an event. And they're like, hey, we're going to show a movie. And then she was like, should we do Toy Story 5? Should we do and then I think there was the Nate Bargatze one. And I was like, that seems like a no-brainer to me because I know that it got panned. I think the Bargatze one got kind of killed, right? But at the same time, like we like Nate Bargatze here in the state of Utah. So I'm always wondering, between Toy Story 5 or the Nate Bargatze movie or any other options out there, what should they do for like a family function get-together if you're going to like rent a movie theater out?
Okay, so I'm not allowed to review Toy Story 5 yet, but I saw it last night.
Oh, you did see it. I'm not asking.
Without hesitation, Toy Story 5. Without hesitation.
Okay. You can't review it. Did you cry, though?
No, but I freaking loved it.
Okay.
I didn't cry.
I'm sold on it. Okay. See, because I'm cynical enough to go, I can't do another Toy Story. It's been the entirety of the lives of all of my kids that I've had to...
Did your wife know about Masters of the Universe?
My wife came to Toy Story 5. She hardly ever goes to any of these movies with me.
Yeah, but that one she couldn't miss out on.
She loved it.
Yeah.
We all loved it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Sold. I'm sold on it. All right, Andy, give us an idea on things that we can and should see or things we should avoid.
So this is where Val and I differed on today's show. Disclosure Day, the Steven Spielberg movie about aliens. I left feeling just like completely 100% neutral. Like, this is a Spielberg movie. He's one of the greatest filmmakers ever. He's in his bag of tricks, and he's good at it. And when I was done, I was just like, okay, that just happened.
Is it possible that we're aliened out?
No, it could be that.
No, because I think there's some people who will like it. But maybe I've set a standard too high for this guy because when he's on, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And I just came out of it like, okay. I walked out of Toy Story. I was like, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I walked out of Project Hail Mary, and I was like, that was unbelievable.
Wasn't the depiction in Project Hail Mary of aliens phenomenal? And we were talking about it. My daughter goes, "You can't do the bug-eyed, giant-head aliens anymore," and so they probably had to come up with.
Oh, really? You need to tell Steven Spielberg that.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like she goes, "We don't like those things anymore." They had to do something so wild, and they had to make a cute rock, and it worked out. It was phenomenal. I loved how they did it.
But I will say this, though. The idea of the aliens in Disclosure Day is not – it's not to be super gross. It's not just to be like, oh, like E.T. with a fascination. It's about more than that. And it's going to sound weird to say this, but they treat the aliens very respectfully. It sounds weird, but it'll make more sense if you've seen the movie. They're not like just sort of this weird object. They're not trying to destroy the Earth or anything like that. So maybe – I don't know. I wouldn't have seen this movie if it wasn't Steven Spielberg and if I wasn't a critic. But
also, does that make it? Too. But also, on top of it, because it's Steven Spielberg, then the expectation is a little bit like, or the being feeled or feeling like you get a little bit more bummed out by a bad result, or feeling like it didn't come up, or it came up a little bit short. Then that's intensified by the fact that name's attached to it.
Yeah, but what he does well, he does really well. So that's why I didn't bomb it. It's not a bomb. It's just like I felt like for the first time he's made a movie in 4 years, I would have felt walking out of it more like I would have in some of the other movies that I've really liked.
Well,
this
is there
year,
someone else we can blame for that? Like,
were
the actors just
Craig
not
Spielberg?
on?
No, the actors were great. The actors were great. Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor, Coleman Domingo, Colin Firth, Eve Hewson, who's Bono's daughter. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I did not know
Bono's
that.
daughter's a pretty good actress.
I saw her in that series where she plays one of the sisters. Did you guys see that?
Oh, yes. It's Bad Sisters.
Yeah, excellent.
You watched Bad Sisters. Impressive, Ethan.
What do you mean impressive? Why are you so
just
amazed?
didn't seem like an Ethan type of show.
Well, look, man, I like dramas and thrillers as much as the next guy. Hey, by the way, you two. We got a text in here. You were thinking of The Last Starfighter. That was the...
Yes.
Oh, that is
honestly,
I'm
surprised my brother didn't text me while I was... Oh, no, he did.
Did he really? That's perfect. I love it. That's so nobody can harass Andy better than his own family and be like, how dare you?
So the Steven Spielberg Aliens movie, is this the one
I'd
that we
say
avoid?
this. If you're on the fence, don't worry about it. There's better stuff. And if you want to see it, go see it. And maybe you actually will like it. It wasn't so good that I'd say, oh, yes, you got to see this. That's me. Val liked it more than I did.
When does Toy Story 5 actually hit us,
Next Friday.
Us plebes? Next week. Okay. All right. Well,
and I'm telling you, get your tickets as soon as you can.
So
don't wait till Tuesday, because the next 3 Tuesdays at the theaters are going to be zoos once Toy Story 5 comes out.
See, this is my style, though, is to wait till kind of the end of the run, and then I'll go see it. And I can get the seats I want in a basically empty theater.
Yeah. I like it.
That's my style, and I don't care about.
You can also go at 11 a.m. That's usually a good time.
Are you? So is that the? So that's the movie basically you're saying to avoid.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one of this week's, we only had like 2 or 3 movies that even came to theaters.
Are you still recommending everyone see Masters of the Universe? Is that still your big recommendation?
Was it a C minus? Is that what it was? A C?
Yeah, I was not a fan. Yeah. I wanted it to be better than I ended up thinking it was.
My brother was in town, speaking of siblings, and there was like a small discussion about Man-at-Arms and just the toys we had, and lamenting the fact that our mom and dad were like, hey, do you guys want this Castle Grayskull still? And I was like, get that away from me. I've grown up. And then now
I don't play with toys.
I know,
anymore.
But you remember too. You remember the battle scarred, the guy you could twist the chest.
Yes,
I had
the Skeletor of that one.
Yes, we had like a Skeletor one, and we had the He-Man one, and you hit it, and it would get damaged, which was like the weirdest technology ever.
Yes.
Coolest toy you could have ever. We don't have stuff like that anymore. There's my old man Kiri moment
because
right there.
That was when it taught me that I wanted the toys that looked exactly like the ones in the. I didn't like the alternate version Arctic Freeze Batman with a big silver. I never liked the knockoffs, but that's what we always got because my parents didn't know
for sure.
which ones to get, and they always went to the store too late when all the good stuff was gone.
Or just went, this one's a little bit less expensive. I'll get it. Yeah.
It says Star Wars. It says Masters of the Universe.
Nope. Wars is with a Z, but Star Wars is with a Z, but it'll be great. Andy Farnsworth, you can hear him, of course, on the news every morning. He and Amanda Dixon do a phenomenal job. Andy, Amanda in the morning, and then, of course, you get Val and Andy during the movie show every Friday as well. Andy, thanks for hanging out extra time here with us, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right. We'll take the break here. When we come back, we got our three things. And, of course, true to our Fridays, we go a little bit later. And or we wait till our three things after we get done with our movie show,
That's right.
Folks, and then we get going on it. But we've got lots to do on a Friday, tons of fun to have. We're taking your first world problems at 57500. We're also just taking any of your texts if you want to weigh in on the program as well. You can stream this show anywhere you have a YouTube channel. You find yourself the KSL Brightside page, and you can get on our channel, watch that, subscribe to it, tell a friend, teach a neighbor that they can stream an internet radio show on top of being an actual radio show. Millard, you ready? We're taking the break here. We're coming back. More to go. Stay right here with us, KSL News Radio.
That sound, it's not a clock. It's how long you've been thinking about updating your kitchen. 6 months, a year, maybe longer. Same countertops, same frustration, same someday. Here's the truth. Doing nothing costs more than you think. Because every day you walk past a space that doesn't match the home you want. Bedrock Quartz changes that fast. With over 100 in-stock stone options, transparent pricing, and a team that installs quickly and gets it right the first time. You can stop waiting and start enjoying your home. Get started now by visiting bedrockquartz.com or stop by any of the convenient Bedrock Quartz showrooms. Bedrock Quartz, your vision, our precision.
This year, Utahns are celebrating the 250th anniversary of our country, Utah style, because everything from Utah's red rock deserts to our snowy peaks are worth celebrating. It's our land, our communities. Join us in celebrating our country with Utah style. Join the statewide celebration. Get involved at america250.utah.gov. Brought to you by America First Credit Union.
Hey, it's Julie. Your wildest dreams will come true when you win this getaway to Logan. Get revved up for a half day of mountain adventure on a side-by-side from Beaver Creek Lodge. Soak up Logan's small-town charm by wandering downtown for local shops, live theater, and fresh flavors, including lunch or dinner at the family-friendly Prodigy Brew Pub. Experience living history at the American West Heritage Center and have dinner at Elements Restaurant with patio dining by the river. Dream away for 2 nights at the Marriott. Jealous? Plan your trip at explorelogan.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Getting help with electrical repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. I got Alex Geary here with me. And just a reminder, later on in the show, we're going to be doing first world problems. So if you've got a first world problem, you want to share it with us, we'd love to commiserate in your misery. Send it to 57500. A little later on in the show, actually, to be more specific, at the end of the show. We're going to be rolling those out, but we'd love to hear from you now so that we kind of have a collection of them, because there's nothing worse than rolling into a segment on the show and not having all the content you need.
Well, mostly it's our fault when that happens, because we don't.
It's not our fault.
We don't tell our listeners half the time that no. Here's the thing:
it's everyone else's fault, because all the texters are conduits.
Yes, the texters are smarter than we are, they're funnier than we are, and we like to be able to. Kind of feature their situation there too. Okay,
now are you ready for the three things?
I got the three things ready, and I'm ready to hit it. And let's get this thing going. And because I know that we've been changing them back and forth. Hopefully, they kind of stayed the same from when I saw it last. But let's get it going.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
All right, first up on the three things. Communities all across Utah have been stressed out by the e-bikes and just, all that entails.
I'm running after my kids to tell them to put the helmets on because you got to have helmets on bikes anyways. It's the thing, right?
They brought tons of different kinds of problems.
But now any of these electric bikes, because we just have we don't have any of those crazy go 40 mile an hour motorcycles.
You don't have the e-motorcycles?
No. We just have pedal bikes that have
the little assist for the hills.
They can go 18 miles an hour or whatever. But the reality is even those are. It's so dangerous. You got to figure it out.
So Sandy City's had a problem with these at the Dimple Dell Regional Park. Now, if you're familiar with the Dimple Dell Park, it's a really, really nice park there in the foothills. Big, vast area of undeveloped property that is operated as a park. There are trails in it. It's very natural. And it really is a cool place. Great views of the mountains right there. And they've had a problem with the e-bikes and the e-motorcycles, kids rolling in there and basically treating that park like a motorcycle park, which you can kind of see. Can't you see?
Oh, for sure.
People doing that?
So by us, we have a trail that people ride bikes on all the time. Mm-hmm. When electric bikes show up, then it becomes this question of, so now the counties have to put this thing that says any motorized anything. That's anything that has a motor on it of any kind. You can't write it down.
That's up there by where you are?
Yeah, and it's just enforced by and it says enforced by Davis County Sheriff. And I remember thinking to myself, I know it says it on this, but people aren't taking it seriously because they're narrow trails and you get hit by hit by somebody flying by on one of those. Now you can get hit by somebody you get hit by somebody going by on a mountain bike.
Sure.
And that's a significant crash as well.
But it's two different kinds of people though. And it's two different kinds of activity. And I think that the risk is not the same, someone on their mountain bike versus someone on an e-bike. And I think you all are you all picking up what I'm laying down here?
Yeah.
They're not the same. So this is what Sandy City is saying. Now the rules are at Dimple Dell. They're saying Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are okay where bicycles are allowed. Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are okay. The e-motorcycles are banned. So if it goes over 20 miles an hour,
can't do it.
Can't do it. Now they say Class 3 e-bikes, they say are in a gray area, which it's not very clear to me the way that they've described it here. It sounds like Class 1 and Class 2 are okay on existing bike trails. Class 3 are a gray area. It seems like they might throw the book at you depending on how you're riding. The e-motorcycles are banned.
Okay,
not
that's
allowed
it.
In the park.
Can't have them.
I'm not, and I guess I wouldn't be able to see. I'm not very familiar with e-bikes, but looking at an e-bike, Alex, could you tell the difference between a Class 1, 2, or 3 e-bike?
No,
Just
and I
looking
think
at them.
I think that most people who are even riding them wouldn't know the difference either. So it might catch some of these cyclists off guard. They're like, that's a Class 2 one there, buddy, because the 14-year-olds who are flying past people on it. And I don't want to attack the 14-year-olds, but
yeah,
you pick what I'm saying. You pick up what I'm laying down here for you. So there you go.
All right, next up, the second thing. SpaceX went public today.
Yeah, hey, you're a money
IPO.
guy.
Yeah.
Was that exciting for your people?
It was fun. Yeah, it's been an exciting day. So that stock, it was really impossible to know where it would go.
Did everybody buy a Cybertruck at your office just to celebrate?
Just to celebrate.
For those who celebrate?
So it popped, though, as high as it went above 30% up for the day. So it popped more than 30% at one point.
What did the actual market do then?
Right now
with that on the back of that and the threat of somewhat peace going on over the past few days in the Middle East, what has that done?
To have peace declared and war declared again
at the
in the
same
space
time.
of 72 hours.
Sure.
The market's doing okay, actually really well. The Nasdaq's up a third, S&P's up a half. Dow Jones is up three quarters. So good, handsome day in the market. And SpaceX, though, getting tons of attention. Right now, they're trading up 21.6%. So if you bought into SpaceX this morning, then you did very, very well.
I've never had
for today.
The market.
Today.
I've never had the market described as handsome. It looks very handsome today.
It's a handsome market
Look at
today,
you.
so
Very
which
beautiful.
is good because we've had kind of a few rough days recently. So
Sure.
it's nice to have a couple of strong up days. But I'll tell you, I get a lot of people that have been asking me about SpaceX, and I tell them all the same thing, and that is just have a long-term plan. Can SpaceX be part of it? Sure.
Well, you know what's interesting too is
have a plan.
That the prediction of whether or not Elon Musk would become a quote unquote trillionaire this week is finally come true.
And that's another thing too. Yes, Elon Musk minted today as the world's first trillionaire.
Yeah. By the end of the day, if it goes well through the rest of the day, it's great. But if he dips below that trillionaire line, I'm going to make fun of him like crazy. I can't wait and be like, yeah, you mean you used to be trillionaire? Former trillionaire over here.
I asked AI earlier today whether it was possible if you had $1 trillion to raise an army and take over a country. And AI said, absolutely.
Oh, of course.
There are any number of countries. In fact, you could probably
200, a list of about 200 of them you could get.
You could probably get multiple countries.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Well,
all right,
that's
and then
the terrifying question you asked Copilot today, Ethan, is great.
Why do you hate success, Alex? Why do you just hate? Why are you so envious?
He's so successful. He can have his own army to take over the world. Aren't you impressed?
That's
amazing.
It's inspirational.
I love how that's the question you asked AI. You know what? I think our AI question of the day at the end of the show should be a trillionaire question. We should ask it. Oh yeah,
All right.
Absolutely.
What? Send us a text 57500. What trillionaire themed question should we ask?
But you
AI?
have to be a billionaire to be able to send the text. Okay?
Well.
I think we're eliminated.
Who's a billionaire you know?
3 in the state of Utah.
You've talked to Ryan Smith, though.
Yes, I have. I have interviewed Ryan Smith before.
Do you think you could get a hold of him?
No. Commenting on. What do you think about these trillionaires? Like you're kind of
no. We just need him to answer the question. We don't need him to say anything.
Okay. What would you do with $1 trillion, or what? Is that what? Yeah. I already know what he'd do with $1 trillion. Utah Jazz world champions. Because like $1 billion obviously isn't good enough for that.
Would he reimburse himself for the Utah Jazz?
Full tax write-off. Of course he would.
Okay, Alex, and then finally, we got to wrap.
Let's go to Well, no. Tell me the last one here.
Last one, the third thing is the World Cup. Mexico won yesterday. South Korea won yesterday. Canada right now is 0-0 with Bosnia-Herzegovina, and later on this evening at 7 p.m. the USA plays Paraguay in the first match for Team USA. So there you go.
You know what that means. I'll see you guys next week because Ethan just told me the game's on here in the studio.
You can find it on what are we
I'm
watching?
out. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'll watch it on Telemundo. It's not like we can hear it. And on top of it, I told my kids yesterday, I go, we're watching on let's watch it on Fox. They go, no, we got to get the goal. We got to get the guy yelling goal at us.
Take us to break.
All right, we will come back after news, traffic, and weather right here. Stay right here with us on KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Tell me exactly what happened. My son and his wife and their 2 children haven't responded.
Susan Powell disappeared on a snowy morning in 2009.
I said, Josh, where are you? You need to get home.
And her husband will never be held accountable.
Your wife is missing, Josh.
Yeah, but
and you want to think about it for a couple of days?
I'd had this overwhelming feeling that he had done something to her already.
I'm Dave Cawley, host of the podcast Cold.
Then he starts making phone calls to Susan's phone.
Hello, Susan. We are on our way back.
It's the deepest of deep dives into this tragic tale of abuse.
Where was Josh when Susan disappeared?
I don't know. Of one mother's desperate attempt to escape.
This is me, covering all my bases.
Help prevent it from happening again.
Our focus has and continues to be finding Susan.
Listen and learn by following Cold wherever you get your podcasts.
It's 1:32 at KSL News Radio. I'm Cameron Elliott. KSL's top local story this hour, a man was arrested after police say he got caught talking to a group of online vigilantes pretending to be an underage kid. KSL News Radio's Alexandria Bonilla reports.
Predator poachers called police to their sting operation in Magna because they say the man chatting with the decoy child had a warrant out for his arrest and alleged child sex abuse material on one of his phones. Unified Police say Michael Oren Reiser also had 2 other active warrants out for his arrest. All 3 were for failure to register as a sex offender.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. A UFC fight night on the White House lawn is on. A federal judge made the final ruling today. With the details is ABC's Peter Haralambous.
The judge finding that the two people who filed this lawsuit, it's two Virginia residents, one of them who likes to protest in that area, the other one an Uber driver, could not show that they had legal standing to sue, that they would actually be impacted by this enough to have a legal claim. Beyond that, the judge concluding that the harm is temporary. For example, the grass might get harmed a little bit, but the UFC is spending $1 million to fix it.
The ring is already built on the south lawn of the White House. Taking a look at your money at this moment, we got green across the board. The Dow Jones is up 338 points. That's 0.6%. The S&P 500 is up 27 points. That's nearly 0.4%. And the NASDAQ is up 40 points. That is 0.16%. Coming up, we're going to have sunny weekend. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:33.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Doug Wright, and I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized Connecticut independent dealer. Now, Monty, don't all of the other water softeners require us to basically trust our home's water to electronics? If a power surge happens, a fried circuit board, or the power just goes out suddenly, aren't you back to scrubbing hard water scale and dry skin?
Yes, we believe the best technology is simple. That's why Connecticut's premium systems are non-electric. While other softeners rely on finicky computers and electronics, Connecticut runs on the kinetic energy of moving water. Nothing to plug in, no buttons to push, and zero electricity.
I've had a Connecticut soft water system in my home for many years, and I've never had to do anything to it except occasionally add a little salt. And I love that it never requires me to set or program anything. Dee loves that she always has the soft water. So do what I did and go to softwaterutah.com to learn how your family can enjoy the benefits of soft water without the hassles of traditional water softeners. That's softwaterutah.com.
Hey, Doug, what is it that you do? 'Cause everybody's buying a car from you. Hey, Doug.
Summer brings the gift of longer days and savings on select Kia models. Look for specially tagged vehicles during the summer sticker sales event at Doug Smith Kia in Linden.
Hey, Doug.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
West Jordan is inviting you to celebrate America's 250th the Western Way. Join us July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for the Western Stampede, a three-day celebration packed with rodeo thrills, carnival rides, a patriotic parade, a dazzling drone show, and fireworks lighting up the summer sky. It's tradition, community, hometown pride, and family fun all in one unforgettable celebration. Make this Independence Day celebration one to remember. Get your tickets now at westernstampede.com. Proudly presented by Common Spirit.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
If you're traveling any of the Valley freeways, mostly good. We have a little bit of busy traffic northbound I-15 approaching 33rd South. And for those who are in over to the east, it's been a nice and quiet drive on I-80 through Parley's Canyon until now. We've got a little bit of traffic building going eastbound after you've passed Kimball Junction on the way to the Highway 40 exit. Super Trees in Riverton is Utah's most unique tree, plants, pottery, gifts, and more store with weekly truckloads of new trees and plants. Receive 10% off this month. Visit the Riverton location or supertrees.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Today, the high is going to hit 85. It's going to stay in the 80s through the rest of the week until Tuesday of next week, where it breaks into the 90s with some clouds, and then it's going to remain in the 90s for at least the beginning of next week. Right now, though, 79 degrees and sunny in Salt Lake City. I'm Cameron Elliott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back to KSL Brightside on this great Friday afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And I got a couple of things I want to update you on. Number one, we're looking for your first world problems. Send those in at 57500. At the end of the show, as per our Friday tradition, we're going to read through your first world problems. We're going to commiserate together. So make sure you get those in now. So we can make sure we've got enough, right, to sustain a whole segment. And then number two, Bosnia has gone up 1-0 on Canada, which you asked if I should be cheering for Bosnia because Bosnia
didn't they train here for a minute?
They were working out here in the RSL facilities, which is great. Well,
you know what that means to me? They are from Utah. They are Utahns. But Bosnia-Herzegovina are Utahns, and they're up 1-0 right now.
But I am not going to cheer against Canada.
Why not?
So, because this is how I do.
Hold on. Why
This is
not?
how I do teams. Okay.
Okay.
This is how I do. I do home team, and then I do proximity teams.
They got to look like me. Is that you?
No. There's got to be some regional solidarity.
Okay.
So I'm not going to cheer against Mexico, and I'm not going to cheer against Canada, and I'm not going to cheer. I would never cheer against the United States. So the United States won, tied for two are Mexico and Canada. They are. I mean,
you know what's interesting?
They're our closest neighbors. These are our brothers, and so
now
I'm not going to cheer against Canada for a country like Bosnia.
Now Mexico.
Or anyone else.
Mexico is. Mexico already won their first game. And they took care of business. Canada is playing in Canada. Like the Canadians are in Canada.
They
for
need
game
to get
one.
on it. Yeah, they really need to.
You can't keep losing. You can't keep losing games at your own place.
I mean, when you've got a home game in the World Cup, you've got at least get one.
Yeah, well, and group stage is one thing, but like, I don't know what the expectations are for Team Canada, but I do know that like. Canada has gotten real. You know what's funny about Canada? So they just beat us in, I think, a U19 or a 19U World Cup of or World Championships of basketball. Now we don't talk about it because if we lose at basketball against anybody, we stifle it and we shove it down. We try to pretend like we have nothing going on. Oh yeah, they say, look, Bosnia is training here.
Yeah, we got.
They have an open practice Monday night, America First. See, I might be on Team Bosnia. And here's the other thing. Like I said, Canada has gotten real uppity about their basketball now, and because
did they hurt your feelings?
Well, listen, the last two, the two-time award-winning MVP of the NBA is freaking Canadian. I don't need that. Now, I think that no. The thing is that, and before that, of course, it was what's his name, who's Serbian, Nikola Jokic. But like, it's about us just not. There are certain things we can't lose to Canada in.
The Yugoslavs can play.
Oh,
listen. Sure.
Somebody asked him at a thing. They go, "Now, what's it like playing in front of this big crowd?" He goes, "Brother, I'm from Serbia," and they showed the crowd in Serbia, and they're burning flares inside at a basketball thing, and the crowd is like surfing on itself. He's like, "Brother, I play in Serbia," and I remember, I love that quote so much that he said it. He's like, "Isn't it weird that people in New York, they can yell mean things to you?" He's like, I was about to get murdered in Serbia when I was a professional. It's crazy. I love it.
All right, let's kick off a health news here.
All right,
I'm going to change the subject.
Let me. I've got to make sure that. Oh, I don't even know if I have a.
Do you have a health news?
I do. Somewhere.
Do you want me to make one up?
No, I've got it right here. No, I've got it right here. Let's get it going here. It's officially a health class, so let's jump in right here.
Just as awkward as it was in junior high. It's time for KSL Brightside's health class.
All right, big news out of the effort to control the screwworm.
Gosh, I thought we were doing other things in this.
Other than the most important thing?
It's fine, go ahead.
Screwworm is our biggest threat right now.
We made a commitment Alex Brown's filling in for Caitlin today. I thought we made a team commitment. We were going to try to not to mention screwworms anymore.
Screwworms are our biggest threat. You might think it's Iran, but what was the last time you saw an Iranian missile?
Yeah, that's true. But I haven't seen a screwworm
Screwworms
either.
are in Texas and New Mexico. So,
If you're right, if Iranian military assets were in those places, we'd have a problem. So
we'd
you're
be
right.
covering it every day.
Okay, that's a great point.
Okay, so the U.S. Food and Drug Administration yesterday authorized the emergency use of a generic over-the-counter tablet to treat infestations caused by the New World screwworm in dogs but it's in dogs and cats.
New World screwworm.
That is kind of the first effort here in
So
dogs
the
and cats.
FDA is also the one who approves stuff in pets?
Apparently, in this case,
I actually had no idea.
Good question, but in this case,
like,
it is.
We'll hand anybody any supplement you want, and when the FDA is like, I have never heard of this company, go ahead. But like if it's, and so I would assume that, now obviously we want to regulate pet drugs. Is that what we call them, pet drugs?
Yeah.
We want to regulate them. I just didn't know the FDA was the one who signed off on it. Now,
yeah,
as an emergency treatment,
it's an emergency treatment,
that's a pretty big
over
deal.
the counter. Treat New World screwworm in dogs and cats. Anyway, it's called ivermectin. I'm sure it's going to go good. I'm just kidding. It's not that. I don't know what the name is. I was just a little.
You don't need an emergency thing for that. We got it going on already.
We've got that. Anyway, I think that's good news though. They got some medication they can roll out. I wonder what they do for the cattle. They've got to have something they can do for the cattle because it seems like the cattle is really going to be where that spreads because the cattle, when it hits dogs and cats, when the screwworm hits dogs and cats, it's going to be found pretty quickly, right? Because dogs and cats live with us and we pet them. You're going to find the infestation immediately and you're going to treat it. I feel like it's the cattle that are going to really need that medication. But so there you go.
I do think it's interesting that as we talk about this and we go through. By the way, I thought you were committed to calling them something else. What was it?
I've been campaigning to change the name from screwworm to fanged maggot, which is literally what it is.
Fanged maggot.
Fanged maggot.
Fanged maggot.
It is a maggot. It's a little larva from a botfly, and it's got fangs on it. And so when you think of screwworm, you think of something completely different. You don't think of a little fanged maggot, and I don't know why they don't just call it a fanged maggot. I think it's more marketable as a fanged maggot.
Marketable in what way?
At least from a public, from a news perspective.
You think could we eliminate? Could you eat these and be safe and have it be safe?
Probably. I bet you could eat them safely.
Those are. I guarantee. I'll tell you what. They're all those things. They're scary. Whatever. They're also chock full of protein.
Next up,
that's a guarantee. They are chock full of protein.
Yeah. With a little crunch from the fangs.
Thanks. Right.
So, Alex, next up on health news or on health class, Brightside Health Class. Mm-hmm. If you've wondered whether modern fruit is sweeter than you realize, than you remember it, I should say, you're absolutely right. Here are the things that are going on that are changing the sugar levels in fruit. Number one, selective breeding. Farmers and ag scientists have intentionally been breeding fruit over the decades to be bigger, crispier, and higher in natural sugars, and they've been breeding out the bitterness and sourness.
Are they okay with the bitterness and sourness that they're breeding out? Breeding out sounds ridiculous. With those qualities gone, does that mean that the nutrition level is also gone with it? They're just assuming if we add more sugar, it's just terrible for you.
So that's a good question. So many zoos around the world, including the Melbourne Zoo, have removed cultivated fruit from the diet of some animals because they were having problem with obesity and tooth decay.
Oh, okay.
Now
too sugary.
Now these new fruits, they still have vitamins and minerals, fibers. They just have a lot more sugar than they used to. You also have new varieties which are just, honestly embarrassing themselves. Cotton candy grapes. Have you seen those?
Oh, we eat them in my house constantly. We're so obese our teeth are falling out. We're so obese.
Or sumo citrus. The Atlantic mentioned sumo citrus.
Yeah, it's those ugly looking oranges that are a mix between like a mandarin orange and the sumo mandarins or whatever they're called. And they do make them. Here's the thing though, who wants to eat a fruit and then be like, that's so bitter. I'm loving this. Like I get it's. We don't want everything to taste like candy. We don't need to make
sure because the way the fruit industry
market is actually going that direction. You're exactly right. I will say when you get that bag of clementines
Mhm.
and it is especially sweet. And you go, these are good ones. Hey, honey, where'd you get these? You got the good ones. Good job.
The Sumo Citrus are phenomenal, but I'll tell you what, it's not because they're so sweet. It's because of how satisfying and easy they are to peel. That's
that's
what
true.
makes it.
Yeah, that peel comes right off.
Yeah. All right, that's it for Brightside Health
Let's
Plus.
take a quick break here and we'll come back. When we do return, we have more things to jump into the rest of the day, of course, because we have, it's a Friday. We're just trying to have some fun. So get your first world problems in. We have our AI question of the day already locked up for the end of the show. It's about trillionaires, since we now have one on planet Earth. We've got so many things to jump into, so stay right here with us. When we do come back, though, I was going to tell you, Ethan, later on in the program, we're gonna roll out a couple new things that have to do with your happiness at your job, and or in finding another job. So stay right here with us. More to go on KSL Brightside.
1 in 5 Utah kids face hunger, and the summer months make things even more challenging because families can no longer rely on school meals to help them get by. These days, the situation is more dramatic than ever. That's why Utah Food Bank is again holding its annual Summer Business Food and Fund Drive, encouraging organizations of all sizes to gather food for donations for families. Beginning in early June and running through the end of August, the Summer Business Food and Fund Drive is your chance to make a difference for families seeking emergency food requests to help stretch their budgets. Rally your coworkers, friends, or a community group of any size to make a collection. Every dollar earned turns into more than $7 in the form of goods and services to help those in need. What are you waiting for? Organize your Summer Business Food and Fund Drive today. To find out more or to get ideas for your own DIY fundraiser, visit utahfoodbank.org.
Sign up for KSL Text Alerts. Get breaking news and traffic updates by texting the word news to 57500. Want access to exclusive contests? Text contest to 57500. Jazz fans, text the word jazz for breaking jazz updates. And Cougar fans, text BYU to 57500 for the latest on the Cougars. Message and data rates may apply.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
If you need your house painted, you want CertaPro painters. They have 70,000 five-star reviews. Why? They're unflinchingly professional and they get the job done at the right price. And right now, celebrate America's 250th anniversary with CertaPro painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Scheduled by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C, CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
Ready for your next vehicle? At Performance Automotive in Bountiful, your new Ford, Toyota, or Honda is here. Built for Utah communities, canyon weekends, and everything in between. Choose capability with Ford, long-lasting reliability with Toyota, or smooth efficiency with Honda. Backed by friendly experts and financing options that fit your budget. Visit Performance Ford, Performance Toyota, and Performance Honda for your test drive. Browse inventory, check pricing, and schedule your visit at performancebountiful.com. Performance Automotive in Bountiful, driven to be the best. The local service you can trust with the financial solutions you need. Cypress Credit Union is there for every step of the way. Learn more at cypresscu.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside.
Is that
you got
it?
Under control over there?
Well, but here, you and I, okay. So we went down.
Yes, we're watching car videos during the break.
So here's the thing.
Yes, Alex left the pot open.
That's fine. No, it wasn't like it was like the guy was cussing. We were talking about.
Thankfully.
I know.
Mercifully.
Well, he's not the cussing type. The guy's it's not the guy this Doug DeMuro guy who does cars. We were just talking about what the because nostalgia will get you. My brother had a poster of a Ferrari up on his wall, and I don't know if it was the 308 or if it was no, it wasn't. It was the Testarossa.
Oh yeah,
the Ferrari Testarossa was a very much in our era, like.
Yep.
And I don't even know if car collectors they're like that's a piece of garbage. Like not necessarily. I don't know. It looked amazing on a poster.
Oh yeah.
But Ethan and I were just going, what if you could do the nostalgia car that you could never, that was not attainable?
Yeah.
And I had
Which is still for me not attainable.
I know. I was going to say, now this one could be more attainable for me, but it would feel frivolous in the sense that I'd have to like hunt it down. And nowadays, I think they're old enough. You'd have to do a lot of work to find a good one. But the thing that like I looked at and coveted it so much from like media, from like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a Ferrari, it wasn't a Lamborghini or any of that stuff because that was always on on your friends' walls. It was that like Toyota Tacoma from a very specific spot, full black one from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It was the one that he had like when his life got changed, and like at the end, he has it on the side of the road. He saw it on a truck initially. And it was like, Jennifer, if I could, hey, Elizabeth Shue, she was Elizabeth Shue in the second one. Hey, Jennifer, if I could get this car, I would get it. And that was so crazy. And then when, of course, he wakes up in the future later and he has that car.
And
it's that little truck and it's a dumb thing.
And you know what's funny about that though?
Yeah.
Is back then they weren't the Tacoma. You know what they were?
Oh, like it was the Pre-Runner. Or was it 4Runner? What?
It was the Toyota truck.
It was just the SR5
It was
Toyota
just
truck.
the truck.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
That's all it was.
All I'm saying is like that was one of those things, and you see those types of trucks.
They are
things
awesome.
And
those old Toyotas are amazing.
It's not even just that it's that. It's the thing that I wanted out of that movie that I was obsessed with when I was little.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if I could walk out the door and buy any car I wanted in the entire world.
A nostalgic one? Oh, you're saying or otherwise.
It's hugely nostalgic, but it doesn't matter. This would be the car. It doesn't matter. It's not about nostalgia or anything.
All right.
I mean, it is about nostalgia, but this would be, out of all of them, would be the 308, the Ferrari 308, the Magnum PI Ferrari.
That is
the car. That is the
awesome.
car that I have carried next to my heart for all these years.
I could at least get the oil changed on that Toyota truck and not feel bad.
And you know what's frustrating is when I was a young man, when I was like entered adulthood,
yes,
you could get really good running, good condition
Ferraris?
models of 308s, Ferrari 308s for like $20,000.
That's crazy. That's not true.
But when I was in my 20s, though, I didn't have $20,000.
Oh, really? I don't have it right now.
So, but then when I got my 30s, could I spend $20,000 on a car? Maybe.
Yeah.
But they were $50,000. This is my life. This is how this goes.
Boo-hoo. We're so sad. We're so sad for you, Ethan. But I just had that question come up, and I just don't know. This one said, and this one I can feel too in my heart. My car has so many sensors that it tells me what to do. I hate my car that bosses me around.
Yeah,
there's some of that's lost in all the things that we just. But I was watching
a text that just
same thing. I was watching a video like of just an insane car that would be too fast. It would be too expensive to buy, even though it's like 20 plus years old. And then they're like, yeah, but you still have $45,000 to spend. I'm like, for a 20-year-old car, no. Like, I mean, you can spend a lot. Oh. Ethan, I have 7 kids. They're all at home. You think I could make a decision like that? Absolutely not. And by the way, they would want to take it to prom at some point, and the answer is just already no. And because I wouldn't want
Alex,
no.
The rates you can get really good rates on HELOCs.
No, you can't. Oh, I got a HELOC. Yeah, I was like, you cannot get a good rate on a luxury vintage luxury car. No, absolutely not. And you're the one who chose the Ferrari. I'm over here with a Toyota. I'd like a Toyota truck. It'd be pretty cool.
Those are got nothing to apologize.
A 35-year-old Toyota truck. I know. That's what I'm saying. At least that one doesn't feel as frivolous as yours.
It's like a 45-year-old Toyota truck.
I know. No,
do you know how much time has passed?
It is 40. Because I think it came out, and I do think that when did the first Back to the Future come out? Then 85. So yeah, it's
1985.
It's a 41.
It's a 40-year-old.
Yeah, it's a 41-year-old. Dang, dude, you're old.
I know. Tell me about it. You think I don't know this? You think I haven't sat and watched how the price of used 308s have gone up and up and up? I know how old I am.
Listen, that's the worst first world problem. The 308, even though it's a little bit more attainable nowadays, just feels like I could do a little bit better.
It's not any more attainable.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's not any more
because
attainable.
now people start going crazy with all because now the collectible car is as expensive as it gets. Like Ethan, I did want to give you an update on something that was hitting us here locally, though, before we get out to the break. And that is that the University of Utah did finalize that deal for to become that private equity athletic private equity partial ownership of the University of Utah athletics department. And I think the more important part of this, obviously, is the buying into it part. It's also the part where they're going to be doing the managing of it. Now, overseeing it is going to be the athletic director still, Mark Harlan. But
so the university in this new venture, the university has a 51% stake.
Yes. And on top of it, the final say allegedly is to the athletic director, Mark Harlan, who is the agent for the University of Utah first. These guys are going to go in, though. This Crimson Brand Partners are going to manage the events and all the branding and the scholarships and all that stuff. The Crimson Brand Partners is a for-profit entity.
It's going to change a lot of things up there. But
it's going to look very different. And so they're telling us that some people may have already lost their jobs, but they're being encouraged to reapply. So maybe they'll just get them back again. But I don't know.
I think if private equity is going to be involved, you can bet some people are going to lose their jobs.
Job losses.
I mean, this is just how they operate. But I will say this: I'm not totally convinced that this is a bad idea or going to go terribly. I think it's going to introduce a lot of stress.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, this is how you find the next phase. This is how you find the future solution.
But it's also an experiment. I mean, it'll be interesting. If you think to the University of Utah's credit, they're getting killed over this thing, by the way. Like, people are going after them across the country. Yeah. But I think a lot of them, if it's not a team that you cheer for, in most cases, they'll go, that's a dumb idea. Let's see you on the other side, Utah, when you drown. And it's like, all right, well, we'll see. All right, more to go around the corner. KSL Brightside continues. Stay right here with us.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour: the University of Utah has finalized their private equity deal with Otro Capital, essentially creating a new company from the athletic department. Utah Athletic Director Mark Harlan will be the company's chair of the board, while Matt Webb, a former vice president of corporate sponsorships for both the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans, will be the company's CEO. In this groundbreaking capital deal, the U of U will almost be like a guinea pig of this type of collaboration.
A lot of eyes on Utah to be able to say, okay, is this the prototype to help the growing demands in college athletics, or is this going to be a real problem that doesn't really solve anything?
KSL sports reporter Josh Furlong says this could put more pressure on the program to be profitable, but it could also attract athletes they may not otherwise be able to get. But a lot of the dealings will be behind the scenes and not noticeable to Utes fans, at least not right away. Our top national story this hour from ABC News: SpaceX has officially gone public. The newest listing on the NASDAQ was also one of the most valuable.
The company's controversial chief executive, Elon Musk, watched the ringing of the opening bell at the NASDAQ exchange from SpaceX headquarters in South Texas, saying he originally didn't give the company much of a chance.
I told people this. I said, look, we're probably going to fail, but, we should give it a try, because if there's not a new company that enters space, we will never be a truly spacefaring civilization.
In its stock market debut, SpaceX was offering 555 million shares at $135 apiece. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
And your money at this moment: the Dow is up 353 points, the S&P is up 37. Coming up, highs in the 80s. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:01.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt.
Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Summer has a way of bringing life's biggest moments back around. The first date, the wedding day, the promise that started it all. Duke's Jewelers knows jewelry is more than a gift. It's a reminder of the people and memories that matter most. This anniversary season, celebrate your story with something meaningful. From timeless diamond bands to custom pieces designed just for them, the Duke's Jewelers team is here to help you find a gift they'll treasure for years to come. And while you're celebrating the love stories in your life, don't forget Dad this Father's Day. With distinctive watches, bands, and gifts he'll actually wear and enjoy. For nearly 80 years, families have trusted Duke's Jewelers for life's most meaningful moments. Visit dukesjewelers.com or on Main Street in Springville. Duke's Jewelers, celebrating your story, generation after generation. dukesjewelers.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Receive 4% cash back on cruises at UCCU.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
We do have a report of a crash on northbound I-15 near 114th South in Draper. So far, I'm not seeing any kind of slowing, but I am seeing traffic getting busy and a little slow southbound I-15 in Weber County between Riverdale Road through Roy. UDOT construction alert. Eastbound I-84 through Weber Canyon will close June 14th at 9:30 a.m. until 4 a.m. on Sunday while crews place bridge beams. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs in the mid-80s this weekend with clear sunny skies next week. We'll see highs in the 90s starting on Tuesday. Right now it is 81 and sunny. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. Final hour of KSL Brightside, which, by the way, we started at noon. So you hear us here on the radio at about 1, but we start a live stream at noon on YouTube. And so if you're not doing anything at noon, join us there. If you're hanging out at your desk, eating a sandwich by yourself, like I used to do before I reunited with Alex to do this. I used to eat at my desk.
You used to actually have
a little tear on my cheek by myself. I'd think, well, I wonder what Alex is doing right now.
I sort of, I sort of gatekeep like this. Look, I'm like, oh, you eat at your desk? You take time off to eat? I just eat when I have a moment. And I think I do the thing where I'm like, I don't need your break to eat. I eat on my own. And then you get people who go, come on, man, break it up. You don't owe that to that means you you're working for the man, dude.
You're
you
working
need
for
to,
free and you're over
yeah,
your lunch
and I'm
hour.
like, no, I'm not punching out. I'm going to be working here anyway. So
then you would be interested to know about this new trend in the workplace. It's called micro shifting. And what this does is it replaces the traditional 9 to 5 or 8 to 5
What is
or
it? What is it now?
7:30 to 5:15.
Whatever at 8. Yeah, I was going to say.
Which is kind of where I am these
Yeah.
days. Where you replace that with flexible work blocks that are designed to blend your work with your personal energy responsibilities and productivity power patterns. So, for example, you work in basically short bursts for like an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours, and then in between you take breaks. You might do household tasks, run errands, instead of just working a solid 8-hour shift.
Cook a meal for your kids.
And this says,
it's like, I've got to take care of my kids between my micro shifting.
And this is something that Fortune magazine is talking about right now. AP's covered it as well. But I don't think that this is anything new, because people who work from home have been doing this the entire time. In fact, one of the things that's difficult about working from home, and I have observed this personally because Emily works from home, and I've watched how much this can be a struggle, is you are always at work. And so the work is constantly stalking you.
The work-life balance, right? We've talked about that for years, but it came up in a different way when people started working from home more.
Yeah.
And then there's the return to office folks. Then there's the semi-returning to office folks. The thing that I told you what I don't like about this, because the idea is breaking up your day. Like, hey, yeah, you're technically, it's a work day for you. It's a 15-hour work day, but like 7 of the hours was you doing like the fun, like doing the stuff that you do, like taking care of your family or, and I in my mind, I'm going, I don't think they're talking about a guy who goes and works for 3 hours, takes 4 hours to play golf with a friend, and then comes back and goes, this is a good mix for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's the case. I think that it is 100% another way that employers could just be like, well, but we're flexible with your work, but I do expect to get that email back even if it is 10 p.m. Like, that's the part that I get nervous about.
Well, and this
for
is
people.
the trade-off. So if you engage in some kind of micro-shifting for whatever reason, you are just basically allowing. So if you go 8 to 5, work is confined to 8 to 5. If you do this micro-shifting, work is always. You are always within an hour or two of having another task that you've got to get done because you set it aside to do something else. Now, I think for parents, this has just got to be part of it, right? Like if you have a lot of responsibility for kids and things like that, you might just need to swallow that pill and say, all right, this is something I'm going to do tonight at 8 after the kids are in bed, which means you're working in the evening, which is, that might work okay. But I don't see this as a sustainable work. I don't see this as a sustainable schedule. Honestly, Alex, I think there's a reason why we've settled on 8 to 5, 9 to 5, however you want to skin it. I think there's a reason why we've settled on doing all your work over a several-hour period all at once. That's where we've settled.
Yeah, and I get it.
I think there's a reason for that.
Here's the thing. I say that, but I also am finding stories at 11 p.m. before I go to bed, right? Stuff that we could talk about.
Yeah.
I'm technically, I guess, working. But at the same time...
Do you clock in?
Yeah, I write my hours down. No, the interesting thing about the clocking in, clocking out thing that's wild is, at some point when they go, hey, you're not hourly anymore, we're going to make you exempt. It's like, oh, great. And they're all, anyway, you can't have any overtime. Also, by the way, like...
You still need to do a time
just
card.
get your work done. No, but they'll go, just get your work done. And I go, yeah, okay, I will. That's great. I'll get my work done. But when you quote unquote just get your work done, that also comes with like especially because we just started up a new show. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
back in the saddle of starting a new old show again.
Yeah.
I definitely have found myself quote unquote not turning it off. Right? Just kind of going straight through, and
that's always been the case. I remember that was the case too during Nightside. Is you kind of always had your mind on it. You were always scanning the news. I think that's a feature of this kind of work. I do like, one of the things I like about my work in finance over at Teton is when the markets close, right? So there's kind of a point at which,
sure,
there's not a ton of reason, unless you've been really negligent and catching up on emails or something like that. There's not really a reason for you to do work in the evening, which is what I appreciate. So.
I've got another work thing that I brought up, which was this what they call backdoor
References. Yeah. Do you want me to
explain to the folks what that is? And I'm not happy about it, but at the same time, I'm like, I also kind of get it.
So everyone think about how we have traditionally done resumes. You always include a couple of references. And these are people, typically, at least in my experience, I've gone back and I've said, hey, these are people that you might know from previous employment, whatever. And you say,
and you don't want to catch them off guard and put them on there without them knowing. Nor do you want to put somebody on there where you're questioning what
that's right.
What they're going to say to the person.
You want someone that you feel confident they're going to give you a good recommendation. You go to them and say, hey, I'm submitting an application, and can I put you down as a reference? Would you take their call? And then they can say yes or no, and then you can know. And so you put that in, you submit it. So employers now are increasingly falling back on a procedure they're calling backdoor references, which is where they look at your reference list and they say, okay, great, thanks. And then they set it aside. And then they call someone else in the company where you used to work for.
What they're doing is going around and basically they're stalking your office for contact info for people that you didn't put down for the reference.
That's right. They're trying to get a more natural reference, which I see the point, but I don't like it for one reason. And that is because how often we might apply for a job before we have told our current job that we're leaving. And so what could happen is you're going to work for a company, you haven't told your new job, your old job, and then basically the company you're applying to calls your employer and outs you as getting ready to leave. That's the thing, is that if you have someone from your existing employer that you've listed as a reference, you have to be able to know that they're going to keep your secret for as long as you need them to keep it, right? But if you have that other company calling in and saying, hey, yeah, just so you know, one of your employees applied for a job at our company. Surprise, what can you tell me about him? I think it's completely inappropriate, Alex, and I don't think they should do this.
I think that it's a bit. Well, that's the thing is like it's their prerogative to search out however they're going. Now, here are the things I run into that I think it would be a problem. Obviously, for the person who's applying for a job. Let's say you're working at a job right now. Fine, that could jeopardize your situation because the reality is nobody looks and thinks to themselves when they're applying for a job. If they're at the business still, that's a risk, right? Yes. But it happens all the time. So you have to kind of clandestinely, if somebody's looking for you and then they go, hey, man, but they try to accommodate and go, how can we make sure and do like an interview or get some references without rocking the boat, man? You know what I mean? This one throws that out the window and goes, don't care. I'm going to ask you while you're working at that place.
So why would you want to work for someone that might out you?
You don't. You do not. Like, and I don't know. I don't know what the reality is on why. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be involved, but I also wouldn't want to give a reference for somebody that I didn't know enough about. If somebody called and said, I'm calling from blah, 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 and I'd be like, did they put me down as a reference? And if they were like, yeah, that I'd have a problem. Or if I said, where did you get this number? Because then you're thinking to yourself, this person did not put me down as a reference. Are they sneaking this thing? What's going on here? You know what I mean? It's crazy.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying, did they sneak that person on? Like, did they sneak that person on the resume? Like, how did they put me on here? Well, how did I end up on the list?
As you said that, you turned your attention to the TV where we have the Canada-Bosnia game up, and I thought
did they sneak that ball in the goal, Ethan?
I thought for a minute you would change the subject to the World Cup.
No.
All right, I get what you're saying, but to change the subject to the World Cup, it's still 1-0.
Those poor Canadians, dude, were in the second half, and look at this off the post. They got one right off the post.
Yeah, but you got
to punch those in, Canada.
Okay.
Wish the best for you. We're gonna come back. We've got more around the corner. Stick with us because we have tons still to talk about. We also have your first world problems that we're gonna be. We're going to be reading. This one says, well, Alex is always scanning the police scanner for Logan or Provo stores. That's true.
He needs to be.
I will be. Oh, that's what my reference was? Yeah, if I'd have a lot of stuff to say about Ethan if they said something. Yeah, I like Alex, but he's always in the police scanner looking for stories out of Logan or Provo. That would be the reference. Alex is always making fake logos for Steve's Carp Tacos at work. It's fine. All right.
We're considering doing a Steve's Carp Tacos T-shirt or maybe stickers. Right, either of those would work.
Yeah, I had a lot of anglers reach out to me after yesterday, and they said none of us eat the carp. I have a lot of angler friends, by the way. I don't know if you knew that about me. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll talk more next. Stay right here with us. It's KSL Brightside.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. Dee and I had the chance at Hale Center Theater to see the opening night of not only My Fair Lady, but Harmony. Two great presentations right now on two amazing stages. I want to talk about My Fair Lady first. I've had the chance to enjoy My Fair Lady, the West End in London and New York on Broadway, and of course the iconic movie. But I have to tell you, I don't think I have ever enjoyed My Fair Lady more than watching it on the stage at Hale Center Theater. Spectacular staging, gifted performances, great music, the voices, incredible, and the costuming. You're going to love My Fair Lady. It's on now at Hale Center Theater. Then there's Harmony, the story of a 6-man German choral comedy group who gained great fame in the late 20s and early 30s, only to be undone by the Nazis. This is a powerful performance. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now. Harmony and My Fair Lady at Hale Center Theater, hct.org for your tickets.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what? End up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
For hearts that love. For hearts that care. For hearts that comfort. For hearts that heal. We care for them all. At Common Spirit Health, we know that each patient is unique. That's why our cardiology team is committed to caring for every kind of heart. Find heart care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed, and still don't, on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, and a little later on today, we're going to be doing, in fact, just kind of at the end of the show, so here in about a half an hour, we're going to be doing first world problems. So if you've got a first world problem to share with us, we'd love to read it over the air and commiserate with you on the misery that are our first world problems. In the meantime, though, Alex, you revealed that your dream car is that Toyota truck from Back to the Future. And we got a text in that said, I have a Toyota truck, less than 100,000 miles, parked in the garage. That's what you need.
Parked in the garage, not driving it?
Well, I think it keeps it in the garage.
No, actually. So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about us. So we're getting another driver here soon.
Mm-hmm.
But the Curie family does need not a truck that's going to be, hauling crazy anything, but a lawnmower in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kids go, they have lawn mowing stuff they do. And I want something that I could throw, a queen size mattress sized thing.
For when you move out?
for when I move my kids out. I can't, that's the thing is what they don't know is the Tacoma has popped up a lot. They are so expensive on the resale.
Yeah, the Tacomas, yeah.
I get it because they hold their value or whatever, but in the end,
because they're amazing.
Because you want to buy because honestly, like if for something that like our kids would be driving around, I'm talking about 140,000 miles on it, and it's 16, 18 years old, and you're still looking to pay $18,000 to $20,000 for that thing.
I had a Tacoma for a couple of years.
I remember it.
I regret getting.
Was it like that gray or what was that?
Yeah.
See, that was I coveted that thing too because it was like pretty new, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it new. Yeah, at the time it was new.
Yeah, I love that. I love that truck.
Yeah,
I love that truck for you, buddy.
It
Good
was
job.
so good. I got it because we love camping and things like that, and I had these little kids, and I thought, well, I got to have something, to take my kids out camping, and they fit perfectly across the back seat, 1, 2, 3. And
until they were like 15, probably.
Oh yeah,
but that's the thing is
not that old until they were like 11 or 12.
That's the thing is I want there to be the
seat.
convenience of putting some other kids in the back, but very discouraging size wise to put my kids' friends in the back. That's what I don't want. Is my kids' friends in the back.
Yeah.
So
that I think that's
anyway.
I think that's absolutely right.
Millard.
Yeah, I want to tell you something. Police in Chicago are offering club locks. The car locks the club.
Oh yeah.
It goes over the steering wheel.
The club. Remember, it was just that like it was the yellow and black.
Yeah.
It went across. It just locked the actual steering column.
It's the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, made famous in
Ron Popeil type of the deals.
Shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. What was that movie?
Was it in a movie?
It was from the 90s.
Naked Gun?
About the young men in Hollywood trying to make it in Hollywood Swingers.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, of course.
That old Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. Yeah, that's a great one.
You remember they all had the club?
Oh, yeah. That did become a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, after a while, at some point, everybody was getting their car stolen, for sure.
Here's what they're doing, though. If you show proof of insurance or registration that lists the vehicle's make and model, they'll give one to you, and it's because thieves are breaking in and stealing airbags. That has been a thing in Chicago, stealing airbags out of cars, specifically out of Honda Civics.
Are there opiates in there? What's going on here? What are we doing? Is it like the what's it called? The one under the car that they saw off. Is there some gold in there of some kind? The catalytic
converter.
Yeah.
But they say that Honda Civics and other Honda models are being aggressively targeted by these thieves, and they're stealing the airbag from the
that is wild
from the steering wheels. But the club will prevent that because the club goes across the top of the steering wheel.
Yeah, it was swingers.
I'm going to ask. Google. Dear Google.
When I was in college, my friends and I used to walk around and say, "Baby, your money, you don't even know it." Remember that was the swingers line we always used was, "Baby, your money, you don't even know it. Come on, you got to
you're so money, yeah.
Baby, you're so money, you don't even know it."
Yep.
That's a Vince Vaughn ism.
All grown up.
Yeah.
He's all grown up. Okay, so here, according to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, roughly 50,000 airbags are stolen each year.
That is wild. For what? What's in it?
They are highly valuable, easy to remove, and in high demand for illicit resale profits. So you can get between $50 to $250 for a stolen airbag on the street. You know why? Because a brand new airbag from the manufacturer is going to cost you $1,000 or more.
As soon as that airbag comes out of your car, by the way, it's not just about, oh man, they stole your catalytic converter. It's loud and it's going to mess up your emissions situation. You take the airbag out of a car typically, Ethan, and that makes it like a salvage title. Not necessarily a salvage title, but like if it doesn't have an airbag, or if the airbags have been deployed, like that immediately puts your car on a list that they're like, this is kind of, because then it's like it's the same reason that they don't like to take. You can't show up and donate all your car seats to DI. They're like, nah, the used baby car safety things. We don't do it. It is like, you want this car? They're like, was this airbag taken out of it? You're like, yeah, but we put it back in pretty good.
I did a little more.
And
I did a little more research.
And
so they say that part of the problem is insurance fraud. So what will happen is sketchy mechanics or sketchy body shops will buy black market stolen airbags, put them into cars, and then bill an insurance company for the full price of the replacement.
Yeah. You get a little extra cash. There you go.
There it is.
All right.
So this guy's Toyota truck is a 1994.
Oh, so with less than 100,000 miles on it, now we're talking.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
All right.
Now
he said, "What's your price, Alex? Make him an offer."
Oh, hold on. I need a picture.
Oh, so is this the? We need to ask if it's the extended cab, because I remember this model. I had a friend of mine that had this model. So is it the one that has the
need the extended cab,
little
too.
tiny back seat?
I need a tiny back seat.
And I remember I think I'm remembering this right. I think on that model,
the one on the movie,
the back seats faced inward. No, the one that he's selling.
That's always awkward. Actually, that's how I get people. That's how I make my kids like each other. Hey, you guys sit in the back of the Tacoma.
You got to face each other.
Yeah, then they have to look at each other and face each other's demons.
There were little jump seats that folded down.
Yeah, that doesn't scream safety, but I don't. At this point, I'm not really like
it's safe
not
enough for 1994.
Right. Oh, for sure. And it's not the safety thing I'm talking about. Look, you know what you need with those trucks here in Utah. You need a little bit of four-wheel drive. Get a little bit of four-wheel drive, and then you got to get and like I said, more than just a couple of butts in the seats in there. So that's what we're looking for.
Well,
but I would absolutely have a conversation with this person. Absolutely.
You would?
Yes. That's why I'm asking for all the stuff, man.
I think a 94 Toyota truck would be amazing.
And then Steve is asking the right questions too. Steve's helping me out too, because I'm going to ask him the same question. Is it the R2? Is it the R22 motor? See, now we're going down a rabbit hole here, man.
Someone via text has got Alex on the hook potentially for his Toyota truck.
I might buy a truck at the end of this show today, man.
What does Alex need to know about the 94 Toyota truck? What does he need to ask about?
I mean, most of this stuff. I'm just such a lover of cars and stuff, man. It's just
that would be a great truck.
It'd be cool, and
you would have so much fun.
It would be awesome to tell the kids and by the way, I drove an older truck. I drove a 15 or 20-year-old truck when I was in high school. That was the thing that I drove.
Yeah.
And my dad helped me pay for it. And you know what the catch was? If somebody calls from the ward and wants to move something, you're the guy. That truck is available at all times. If you're
to the whole ward.
That's 100% right.
How
yeah,
funny.
yeah. He's like, yeah. If someone calls and needs a bed moved, and I will never forget when because my friends and my friends weren't of the same faith, right? But I was like, my dad would call me and be like, hey, brother so-and-so needs help with this, and I'd have to tell my friends we're on our way somewhere, like, will you come help me move this hospital bed? And I did. So I remember moving a hospital bed with my friend Aaron Overland, the poor kid, nicest guy in the world, and he's getting roped into these service activities, and I'm embarrassed.
This is what you do. This is what you do at church.
I know. I'm embarrassed. Like, oh, sorry, man. But these kids love doing it. But I will never forget the fact that we're getting literally a hospital bed out of this guy's house in my neighborhood, or for him. We're bringing it to him, and we're getting it out of the truck to unload it, and it bounces up. And it hits Aaron Overland in the mouth, and it chipped his tooth.
Oh no!
Like big time.
Oh dang!
Like had to get a partial or something. And
yeah.
Anyway, thank you for your service. Thanks for your help, Aaron. Appreciate you. All right, we will take a break here. We've got news, traffic, and weather right now. We've got your first world problems that are coming in. I have our AI question of the day, having to do with our now newly minted trillionaire that we have on planet Earth. Yes, we've come this far. Why not? Let's talk about it. Right around the corner, more to go. It is KSL Brightside.
2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. A man is in police custody after a privately run group called Predator Poachers confronted him about trying to meet with a minor. This isn't the first time the group has conducted a sting operation. KSL News Radio's Alexandria Bonilla reports.
We first reported on the group back in March when a man was arrested at a halfway house. But this week, the group says they used a decoy account posing as a 13-year-old and confronted 69-year-old Michael Reiser about his intentions with the decoy child. The group found Reiser had a warrant for his arrest for failing to register as a sex offender, and they called police. Investigators confirmed Reiser had 3 active warrants. They say his phone had child sex abuse materials on it, and they arrested him. Law enforcement have spoken about the vigilante group previously, saying it's good there weren't real children used in the sting, but they do not encourage groups to do this. Alexandria Bonilla, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. At least one was killed and nearly a dozen more wounded after a gunman opened fire in Midland, Texas.
Police in Midland say there was an active shooter situation this morning. It turned into a barricade situation after hours of trying to negotiate with the alleged shooter. That person is dead. It started at around 8 in the morning, and when police arrived on scene in Midland, they say they could hear gunfire. Police SWAT teams then tried to negotiate with the shooter. They say the shooter was contained in an area, but the mayor is confirming victims were shot.
ABC's Alex Stone reporting your money at this moment. The Dow closed up 353 points. And coming up, clear sunny skies this weekend. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:32.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
There's one choice for Congress in Utah's 3rd District, Celeste Malloy. Celeste Malloy has President Trump's complete and total endorsement. She fought alongside President Trump to secure the border, grow the economy, protect the Second Amendment, and deliver results for Utah families. Thanks to Trump-endorsed Celeste Malloy, Utah families are seeing massive tax savings, safer communities, and a country that's getting back on track. President Trump and Utah can count on Celeste Malloy to deliver solutions. She will never let you down. On June 23rd, vote for Celeste Malloy, the Trump-endorsed candidate. She has President Trump's
complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Winning for Women Action Fund and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.wfwactionfund.com. Winning for Women Action Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This year, Utahns are celebrating the 250th anniversary of our country, Utah style, because everything from Utah's Red Rock deserts to our snowy peaks are worth celebrating. It's our land, our communities. Join us in celebrating our country with Utah style. Join the statewide celebration. Get involved at america250.utah.gov. Brought to you by America First Credit Union.
Hey, it's Julie. Your wildest dreams will come true when you win this getaway to Logan. Get revved up for a half day of mountain adventure on a side-by-side from Beaver Creek Lodge. Soak up Logan's small-town charm by wandering downtown for local shops, live theater, and fresh flavors, including lunch or dinner at the family-friendly Prodigy Brew Pub. Experience living history at the American West Heritage Center and have dinner at Elements Restaurant with patio dining by the river. Dream away for 2 nights at the Marriott. Jealous? Plan your trip at explorelogan.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. Improve cash flow with a home equity line of credit. Here's Ricky Meese.
Thought this was a crash. It's actually a disabled vehicle in Utah County that's caused some delays. Southbound I-15 near 1400 North in Springville. It's now been moved out of traffic over to the shoulder. And then we already have slowdowns setting in for your Friday afternoon drive home. Southbound I-15 between 53rd and 7200 South. Weathers Construction transforms basements into stunning, functional living space fast. 801-548-8409. Weathers Construction. Build your space better. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs in the mid-80s across the Salt Lake Valley this weekend. Down in southern Utah, you're looking at highs over at 100 degrees, nearing 110 mid-next week. Right now, it is 81 and sunny. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Doug Wright is probably rolling over in his grave hearing us back on the air.
And Alex Keary.
Well, first of all, Doug's not dead, but yeah, he probably would not have breathed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. We just have a couple of segments left on the show today on KSL Brightside, and we're looking for your first world problems. That's 57500, 57500. Send those in. We'd love to hear from you. We always like a good collection of first world problems to wrap up our day on Friday, so basically wrap up our week. So if you haven't done that yet, please drop us a text. Whatever your first world problem is, let us commiserate with you. We know it's silly, but these are still the things that bother us and drive us crazy and torment us, and let's talk about them and then leave them behind as we move into the weekend. Deal? All right, Alex.
Why not?
The markets are now closed, and so the SpaceX IPO is in the history books, and SpaceX popped 19.22% today. So that's good. Very, very nice.
Look at you talking like a money guy here all day. Popped.
It popped.
Look at that. I want to know, but honestly, like, so... And we're going to ask AI our question of the day in the next segment about the $2 trillion of the valuation. What's the reality of this long term? Is it more normalized? Does it start to dip? After I know you can't really predict it. I'm saying more along the lines of like, what's the reality of? We've seen IPOs get released and then like they bomb right from the beginning. Crater. But they'll also be super excited about that at the front end, and then they'll. Like you said, they'll crash.
Yeah.
You like to say crater. You use things like popped and crater.
Popped and crater,
But
yeah.
I want to know, like,
industry terms.
When they have a day like this, from a short term, did a bunch of people today buy it at the beginning of the day, and then they just sold it a few minutes ago, and they just made a killing? Is that a real? Is that a play?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Some people sold. But here's the thing. So IPOs, this IPO was priced relatively high, and that's what a lot of analysts thought, is that it was priced kind of high. But this is a stock, this is a company that a lot of investors have been desperate to get into because there haven't been a ton of places where you could invest in space, right? Because
is that why? Is that because, like, in my mind, I would think
they've been private.
I would think that Tesla,
Blue Origins, SpaceX until today, these have been private companies, so you had to be able to invest significant amounts of money. And
see, people are like, "Oh, Tesla's valued at like $300 billion," but SpaceX is valued at $2 trillion. And I'm always like, well, why is that so much more? Is it just the implications of the technology that goes along with the space programs
People are looking at the future. The stock market is always looking at the future.
Yeah.
Where is this company going? And that's why people buy it. They buy it because they think in the future it's going to be worth a lot more. So there is concern among a lot of analysts that the price right now is too high. And I can't speak to that. I don't know whether it's too high or not. But that is a very, very – in fact, I would say that's the majority opinion among the analysts that I've read on this is, for the most part, people think it's too high. But that really doesn't matter so much if people are desperate to get into the stock. Even if it's expensive, they're still buying in. But, it wouldn't surprise me if later on this year the stock price fell and you were able to get in a lot cheaper. I mean, think about it. This is the company that might take humans to Mars. Isn't that where you would want your money to be? I totally get it. Like, that's what people are saying. People are saying, isn't this where I want my money to be? And I get that. I'm not saying you should do it, but I get what they're saying. And so
Mars is short-sighted. Mars is so short-sighted.
What are you looking at, Jupiter? If it's not Jupiter, it's nothing.
Yeah, no, Saturn. Think about all the moons on Saturn,
all those
man.
Rings, man.
Come on, those aren't we supposed to be the moons? When I took an astronomy class in college, you and I have talked about this before. Astronomy in college was like my favorite course. It was the one I was the most under. I was not ready for it from a mathematical standpoint.
Yeah.
But it was very fascinating to me, and the amount of times we talked about the moons of Jupiter and like you start to talk about the ones that could potentially actually. Those are the ones that I'm looking at, and you go, because Mars we kind of know there's not really water, right? We know there's not a lot. We know there's not a lot out there, but it's closer than a lot of these other ones.
Yeah.
Where there are very interesting things going on are the moons of Jupiter. It's also my favorite band name.
Moons of Jupiter.
Moons of Jupiter. Woo!
Well, you know what?
Or is it Moons of Saturn?
Someday humans will get out there and we'll see what's going on for real.
I'm just saying they have a better thought about on those things that that there might be some water on that.
I understand the attraction of this stock. I myself didn't buy any, but I totally get it. You've got Elon Musk, who's an iconic man in the business sphere and the technology sphere. You've got the opportunity to go into space, maybe even Mars. All that action. I get what people are saying, but this is a highly speculative stock because here's the thing about IPOs, Alex. It's our first opportunity to buy into this company. But for those investors that bought into it previously, this is their opportunity to sell. And there's a little bit of tension right there because the guys that are selling want to get as much as they can out of this investment. And so sometimes, you have to think about that too. It's like, well, what's the best price for me in my situation? What am I willing to pay for this? Because obviously the billionaires who've invested in SpaceX already, they know what they want, but is that a price I'm willing to pay? Right? Because that's effectively what you're doing.
First world problems are rolling in here, Ethan. You know what that means? I think it's time for us to fire it up here and start talking about some of these because
not yet. We've got a break here in a minute.
Oh, that's right. Well, okay.
This isn't our last segment. Did you want to do some now?
Well, I thought maybe I just want to make sure we have enough time to talk about our AI question of the day as well. So no, we have enough. We have enough time for all of it.
Let's go to break right now. When we come back, we'll do first world problems and our AI. Can we do that?
Yeah, sure. All right.
Okay.
Look at this, Ethan. You and I are being flexible. No, that's actually not true. Corey's the one who's actually being flexible on this. We're like, we're going to break early. She's like, roll eyes. All right. No, she's good with it. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More to go. KSL Brightside continues.
This is Colin Keary from the New Millennium Group. Have you ever had a question for your financial advisor only to find out that the next available appointment is months away? At New Millennium Group, we believe that financial advice should never be limited to once-a-year review meetings. Life happens every single day. Markets change, retirement questions come up, family situations evolve, and when they do, you deserve answers. That's why we pride ourselves at the New Millennium Group on being accessible when our clients need us most. Whether you're wondering about your investments or a major life decision, our team is here to help provide guidance. We're not interested in being the firm you hear from once a year. We want to be your trusted resource throughout your entire retirement journey. If you're looking for a financial team that values relationships, communication, and responsiveness, we'd love to meet you. Give us a call today at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or visit us at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Head to KSL.com/win to see this week's KSL News Radio contest. You could win tickets to Utah Arts Festival, a Logan staycation sponsored by America First Credit Union, tickets to Matilda at Sarah Shell, or a $250 gift card to The Roof. Don't miss your chance to win big all summer long. It's quick, it's easy, and you could be our next big winner. Don't wait. Visit KSL.com/win and enter today.
When it's hot like this, air conditioners struggle to keep up. Parts are under more stress, and sometimes those parts fail. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and no one helps more homeowners maintain and repair their air conditioners than Any Hour Services. As a matter of fact, last year, over 32,000 homeowners called Any Hour Services for help maintaining and repairing their systems. Any Hour Services has over 100 HVAC technicians to help with everything from maintenance, repair, to installing a new system. This summer, there'll be a lot of people told they need to replace their air conditioner, and they'll wonder, do I really need to? If you're told you need to replace your air conditioner and you still have questions, Any Hour Services can give you a second opinion and let you know what options are available. Maybe it just needs a little maintenance or a small repair. Maybe it does need to be replaced, but if you don't feel good about being told you need to replace your air conditioner, don't ignore those feelings. Call Any Hour Services for help with air conditioner maintenance, repair, or to schedule a free second opinion. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your dream kitchen starts at Bedrock Quartz. Visit a showroom near you or explore surfaces online at bedrockquartz.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. This is our last segment, and we got a text in here. So if you are out on I-15, where down is this Juab County? Did we decide?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Huab.
Mile marker 210. This is a Life Flight helicopter on I-15.
Oh, now that's no joke.
And so it's backed up down there. So if you got weekend plans and you're down in that mess, I don't know what to tell you. I doubt you'll find an alternate route.
North or southbound?
Northbound.
Northbound. So you're talking people coming into.
Will Google Maps show me the mile markers?
Look, Nephi is in that 222, 225 range, so you're talking about 15 miles south-ish of Nephi.
Yeah, Let's see if it picks up. I don't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, you can text us a little more detail if you want, 57500, but apparently it is not ideal to have a Life Flight helicopter there. We hope everyone comes out okay, but it sounds like it's not good. So, okay, Alex.
What do you have there, buddy?
Are you ready to do?
Oh, yeah. You know what we have?
First world problems?
Guess what we have? First world problems. It's a Friday. Let's do it.
Serving up a dose of perspective as Ethan and Alex read your first world problems.
All right. The very first one that we got was a little earlier in the show from Ryan. He said, first world problem, my podcast has grown nearly 20 minutes in length this week, all ads.
Oh, for us?
I don't know if it
meaning
was for
like
us,
the one that we, it might have been.
But he said that was a first world problem.
Yeah, look, Ethan demands.
Someone pay me.
A lot of ad space for just himself. Just a bit. And by the way, if a lot of them are Steve's Carp Taco, if it's Steve's Carp Taco restaurant down in Utah County, then you can see why they're pouncing on this opportunity right now.
Steve is one of our biggest advertisers.
I do love the idea that I always think of a guy gets, he's like, I got a hold of 1,000 pounds. I got to offload 1,000 pounds of carp here. I can get you a great price.
Yeah.
Stanzo brand fedoras. I can hook you up. You're gonna be.
My
you're
boss
gonna love
said I had to sell this by tomorrow.
I gotta get this. I gotta upload this. I told you my kid's first world problem. By the way, they did.
What is it?
Can't use their Cherry Hill season pass today because they got invites to multiple other pool parties.
Oh yeah.
And they were actually just
summer's ruined.
They will tell me it is. I didn't even get to go to Cherry Hill today. That's what I will hear.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to go to Cherry Hill today. And I'll go, you went to like 2 other birthday/pool parties, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm so bored right now. I'm telling you, these are the things that we hear at my house.
Here's another one that came in via text. I had to get ice from the refrigerator dispenser because the countertop ice machine was broken.
Actually, you know what?
Oh, ice from the refrigerator like it was 1990.
It's not small enough. It's not small. Oh, imagine having to get the ice from the freezer and you do the. Now that I won't abide. I won't handmade artisan ice. No, thank you. I want the one that is kicked out of the machine all night long. Mm-hmm. But even then, it's too big. I want the nugget ice that the one on my counter provides. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you and this guy should get together.
I'm telling you. Yeah, that's go bowling. Why do you guys have to rip on me like that, dude? It's fine.
What are you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about? Here's another first world problem. I brought donuts to the workplace. The same time, another coworker brought donuts. That actually,
I think that might be from.
Alex,
that might be in the. That might be in.
Is that happening?
That might be a call coming from inside the house. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Alex Brown, we're not gonna not respect the donut game that you brought. Okay?
100%.
Dunford
is legit.
filled, amazing.
Those are.
However,
Dunford donuts are for real.
However, I would add to it. Brought donuts for 2 guys who are fat, who are trying not to be as fat, and we're like, yeah, thanks, appreciate it. And guess what we did? Guess what I did? I did the move that I do where I go, I oh, I'll just have a half a donut. And then I ate 2 other halves later.
I did that.
Yeah.
I did that this afternoon.
I know.
Just a few minutes.
I'll just take a quick bite.
I'm on donut 4.
Oh, no.
It happened.
It's the best hack in the world. You cut the donut, you get a plastic knife.
I'll just cut off a sixth of the donut.
You cut it in
Yeah,
pieces.
no. I pretend like I'm suddenly like Nancy from accounting or something, and I go, I'll just have an eighth of a donut. And then I've had 8 donuts.
Alex filled in today for Caitlin.
He did
a great job.
Phenomenal
so
job.
We want to recognize
Is that why he
Alex.
brought the filled donuts in? Now it makes sense. See? It's a theme.
Yeah.
It was a theme. Does Alex have to work for Jeff today, too? Boy, 3 tyrants in
Yeah,
one
he
day.
does.
That guy earned his money today.
I know, man.
All right,
It's all
here's
good.
another one. First world problem. Going to bed and realizing your sheets are in the dryer, and now you have to make your bed before you can go to sleep. That actually, I can't tell you how much that frustrates me too. So I'm just churning through these text sounds.
Yeah, no, I like it. That's the way these things are supposed to work. You know what I mean?
Paying hundreds for a phone bill but having no service in a metro suburb area. Yep.
Oh. Well, look, this is the type of place that this is the type of thing we get. I mean, there are people. So a lot of people hit us with the text. I had the same love for the Toyota truck. This is one that I just got to meet mine personally. Like, I had that same love for that same truck. First world problem. Bought the new one, and I don't love it as much as the old look. See, that's the thing. That's what nostalgia will do to you.
It ruins it.
By a million miles, it's a better truck.
Nostalgia ruins your present.
But
it ruins the present moment.
It's 100% correct.
Nostalgia is terrible.
Yes.
Here's another one. This was from Unky Ben. First world problem. The higher natural sugar levels in my selectively bred fruit gave me the diabetes. Wah, wah.
The diabetes.
So what happened to our do we have a first world problem bed that we can play here?
Oh,
Or
it
is
was
only
it,
tied
oh,
to
it was
the-
playing. It was playing a while ago, but
Or is it only tied to the intro?
no. Oh yeah, it's in the intro. So if we play the intro again, then we'll have
So we need to
no, we
add
don't
to our
have
repertoire. We got to add like a longer bed.
We
that
got to
can
have a
play
longer. We have to have a longer fake. First world problem. Fake Kenny G music, not as long as it's supposed to be.
Now I'm over here on KSL Auto Trader and Cars.com looking at vintage Toyotas.
That was me. Yeah, that was. That's a real thing. That's a
Yeah.
conversation going back and forth. Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, these people did. I don't think that I got hit with nobody sent me a picture so I can make an offer on that 94 truck.
Here's another one.
I'll
via
make it.
text.
It'll be at first. Somebody look. Doug Wright used to do the KSL Christmas toy exchange.
Yeah.
You ever bought a Toyota though? How about a Toyota exchange on our
Toyotas?
Have you
The
ever
super toy exchange?
That's what I'm saying. Have you ever? No host on this station ever bought a car off of the text line.
Let's
okay.
do it. Are you ready to make history?
First world problem. Want to buy a car off of the KSL text line? They're now ghosting me. All right. All right.
He's got cold feet. He's
I
like,
want to
don't
do
know.
it. I want to do it just for the novelty of it.
First world problem, another one via text. I'm driving through Nevada and the internet is spotty, so I'm having trouble streaming your show.
Yeah, it happens.
Gosh, Nevada, come on, guys.
Yeah. Now,
Jeez.
by the way, speaking of Nevada, I was speaking with somebody yesterday. Tell me if this catches you off guard. We were talking about it, and she said, "Hey, and I really enjoy getting out here out west. Blah 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 blah." I said, "Where are you from originally?" She goes, "I grew up in Nevada, but we moved state to state."
She grew up in Nevada.
This is what I said. Because then immediately I looked around. And I was like, I think she's here to murder me because
She's obviously not from Nevada.
You grew up in Nevada? That's not a thing, lady.
Nope. People from the East Coast visit Nevada.
Right. People from the East Coast have been to Oregon.
Mm-hmm. They'll go to Zion National Park on their way to Nevada.
You see what I heard.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I heard, which was this lady was so far off. She said, I grew up in Nevada. And I think it may have been one of the kind of thing where she moved when she was 2, because she definitely lives out east, but she calls it Nevada. And I said, no
we're
way.
almost there. I've got a couple more first world problems I can do, but you got to get the AI questions.
I have the AI question of the day. You get through a couple more. Do you want to read them right now? Because I have the AI question of the day.
You do? All right, let me hit a couple more. Here's one. First world problems. What happened to the 80s first world problems of ring around the collar and static cling?
Static cling.
Ring around the collar was the biggest threat. The biggest threat to a man's career.
Yeah, it was. You know what's really funny? Go over to the TV side and look at those guys. makeup lines on their collars.
Oh, yeah.
Those white shirts from Mr. Mac are doing overtime work.
My first world problem is taking my motorcycle and truck to Vegas next week, but finding a hard way to secure it so it looks good in the bed of my truck.
Okay.
I see that.
Ethan, I asked the question today, and you tell me if I should adjust it, because I started just the baseline. We have our first trillionaire. They're our first trillionaire on planet Earth. And the question that I asked was very simple. Hey, co-pilot, what's the best thing to buy for $1 trillion?
Oh, okay.
Now, I did hear Jeff Kaplan's Minute of News yesterday.
Yes, he's already approached this subject.
I never remember the next day.
I know. I am the same. I know
about?
that people go, "What was that funny thing you said the other day?" I go, "Excuse me, I can't remember a dang thing." But it was about how many, and this spoke to me because you could basically buy every sport, every professional sports team on planet.
Elon.
Elon becoming a trillionaire. How many? And it was all the things I would have wanted, which is all the sports teams. I'm not thinking about what I could buy from like that kind of stuff. I want to do it from a world standpoint. And you know what the thing that they just told me was? Maybe consider being a productive landowner. Ethan, you know what a productive landowner is?
I can only guess. A farmer?
It sounds like it, right? Data centers was the first thing that they said for me to throw $1 trillion. Is that the productive? I hate this so much. I can't believe that was the suggestion. Have you thought about putting it into data centers? I'm not looking to become a 2 trillionaire. I'm asking where to put it. It said buying major ports and railroad services. That is Ethan, you can't just willy-nilly say buy a few major ports and railroad outfits.
Yeah.
That's a trillionaire move right there. Also, have you considered also rolling up and buying multiple power plants across the world?
Jeez.
Buying power plants, buying major ports and railroads from the people who operate them currently, or a data center was also put in there. Now, best for changing. By the way, they put number 2 as these are suggestions for best for changing the world. You ready for this? So these are for the changing the world aspect of it. I need you to help me change the world here.
Okay.
Enough to eradicate $1 trillion is enough to probably eradicate some diseases globally.
Okay.
I love how that's just thrown away.
Yeah.
Enough to find scientific research for multiple generations.
Okay.
Or enough to dramatically reduce extreme poverty worldwide. Fine. But are those?
But if you did all those things, you wouldn't be a trillionaire.
But are those cool? But are those cool though?
And you wouldn't be a trillionaire anymore.
By the way, the people who are doing those things are the people who divorced their rich husbands. The former Bezoses and the former Gateses.
Yep.
They're actually the biggest donors on planet Earth.
They've already got it. Yeah.
It says multiple private islands too. I'd stay away from private islands for a while. Hey, we're taking the break here. Jeff Kaplan, he's coming up next.